What is your favorite unsolved mystery? When I worked at a hotel, this family checked in and were fine for hours, went out to dinner, then when they came back there were cats in their room tearing apart their belongings, and we never figured out how they got in there or stayed hidden that long. That's my favorite unsolved mystery. The disappearance of Brian Schaffer. He just wanted to celebrate spring break at a bar with friends and cameras didn't record him ever leaving. I think about it often. What happened in the conversation between Attila the Hun and Pope Leo that made Attila turn away from Rome? Here are some of my favorites. Asterisk the max headroom signal hijacking. Asterisk the identity of the man found in Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia. Asterisk the Mary Celeste. Asterisk the watcher of the house at 657 Boulevard in Westfield, New Jersey. Asterisk the murder in room 1046. Asterisk the disappearance of the Jamison family. The Delphi murders of Libby and Abby. The case really haunts me. Those poor girls did the best they could to give evidence of their murders and it still hasn't been solved. Also, my friends and I used to go mess around on public trails around that age, so it just hit close to home. What really happened to the convicts who escaped from Alcatraz? Some say they drowned. Others say they escaped all the way to Brazil where they lived the rest of their lives. I don't remember what it's called, but it's where 3 lighthouse workers vanished with no trace and there were no storms. The unopened door of Padmanabhaswamy Temple in India. Unlike any other unsolved mystery out there, this one is real. We know where it is. It's literally in the city. One time I got out of my room to make me dinner, and since I wasn't having any food I decided to go buy some food. When I came back and I opened the egg box to take an egg, the box was empty, so I bought an empty box of eggs. For me it's a mystery since how that could have happened. The Fermi paradox. I subscribe to the we are early on in the universe and life is super duper extra rare camp, and therefore don't think it's a paradox, neither did Fermi. But it's a topic that keeps on giving in interesting talking points. Joan Reisch, she was a woman in the 1950s who went missing and there was blood all around her house, but no footprints. Later they found out she checked out a bunch of books about people who faked their own deaths. Rishi Edwards from Manic Street Preachers, he went missing near a famous suicide bridge, but part of me thinks he just snapped and became homeless. Either why do we dream or what caused Uncanny Valley to become an evolutionary trait? The second mystery is far more creepy when truly comprehending our natural instinct to fear anything that looks human or attempts to pass for human. Lars Mittank, German who never made it home, was last seen running out of an airport and climbing the surrounding fence to run into the forest, never to be seen again. I hate to call it a favorite, but the Delphi murders 2017. Used to be the Zodiac killer but given up hope for that. D.B. Cooper, John Binet as well. D.B. Cooper. I've been skydiving for 25 years and have made several jumps from the tail of a 727. The _spot_ or exit point selection on that aircraft is critical even with modern equipment, so I'm convinced he had no control or ability to choose his landing area. I'm convinced he didn't survive the night, but I want to know who he was. MH370, I don't think it will be solved anytime soon, but there are only 2 to 3 possible solutions as I see it. I have a few. The missing Springfield 3. Boy in the box. Where did Brad Bishop go to hide? Roanoke Colony. 120 people disappeared without a trace. No violence was found and only one word was ever written, Croatoan. No one ever saw the 120 people again. The Hum. Dyatlov Pass. D.B. Cooper. Malaysia Flight 370. 2 minutes of lost footage of moon landing. Children of the Catacombs. Cicada 3301. Project Montauk. The Yuba County 5, America's Dyatlov Pass. Another instance where it's clear how everyone died, but there's so many WTF questions about why. Alien existence. Depending on who you are, you may say it's been solved. But just because I haven't seen one, doesn't mean it's impossible. I'm surprised none of you mentioned this one. The plane that took off in 1955 and landed 37 years later in 1992. An employee got a call from a plane stating that they took off in 1955 and acted like they had not been missing for 37 years. The man said that it was 1992. The pilot was surprised and took off, never to be seen again. Edit, I'm so stupid. It was in a tabloid. D.B. Cooper hijacks a plane, demands cash and multiple shoots. Jumps out the back of the plane into the darkest hours of the night. Neither hide nor hair of him ever found. The Black Dahlia and who put Mary in the Wych Elm are fascinating unsolved mysteries, especially for the Black Dahlia as she was found in a public space, yet no one seen anyone put her there. How the fuck I've had no less than 500 single socks with no matches turn up in the last decade. Madeleine McCann. They said they kept going back and forth to check up on her, but I feel like someone saw them getting up every 20 minutes and go up to her. I feel like since they kept going back and forth they probably left the door open unlocked. I mean, the whole town was looking in that area, so that person couldn't just hide somewhere in that apartment building or even close it. Wouldn't use the term favorite, but definitely the one that makes me the most heartbroken, the unsolved murder of John Bennett Ramsey. Who killed John Bennett Ramsey -1996 murder case of 6-year-old pageant girl. Terrence Williams. Guy is filming in Idaho for Discovery Channel. Acts a bit off. Gets up and runs into the woods without warning, never to be seen again. The Honjo Mesa Mune. The Amber Room. A Cam's razor says that both likely perished in flames, but nobody knows for sure. The death of Stuart Lubbock. 9 people were at a drug-fueled party at a former TV presenter Michael Barrymore's house after a night out. Yet nobody seems to know how one of them, Stuart Lubbock 31, ended up dead in the pool with serious anal injuries. Evidence went missing, stories didn't add up, Barrymore even refused to answer questions at the inquest. 20+ years on and nobody has been convicted. What sickened people at the Havana embassy in 2016, Havana Syndrome, and in other places in 2017? Was it sonic attacks? And who was responsible? The Madeleine McCann case. For me at least, it's not so much about finding out who did it, but finding her. My gut is telling me she's dead, and the poor child needs a proper burial. The Jatluff Pass incident. 1959, a group of 9 students went skiing in the Ural Mountains. During the night of the 1st of February all of them died. Their tents had been cut open from the inside and they ran off with only very lightly clothed and without shoes. Some of the bodies had broken skulls, broken ribs and other injuries. Some of their clothes were radioactive contaminated. There weren't any footprints in the snow apart from theirs.